Mara is down 2.82%. This is Friday, the 14th of November, 2025. This decline is on top of the 11.31% it lost yesterday, the 13th. So people are debating and wondering whether further losses will continue to print. And also, given the fact that Bitcoin itself is also declining, and there's also rumors of a possible reverse split. And then there's also insider selling as well. We'll get to that later on. So this is the pre-market session of Friday the 14th. Let's see what we have in terms of some of its data. High beta stock, 4.94%, meaning that if the broader market is down, let's say 1%, Mara could be down up to 6%, Okay, highly volatile. And volatility is expected to increase further in the coming days. Average volume 57.502 million shares. Depending on whatever the situation is, there's always a strategy to be applied in terms of options, even if it's just going uh, just buying or selling puts or puts or calls, as the case may be. We'll get to that later on. So far so good. Not a lot of shares have crossed the tape in this pre-market session, but it looks like people want to discover prices. They are keen on discovering prices, no doubt about that. Yeah, it seems it's working. Yeah, it seems to be working. Yeah, it is working. People are discovering prices. Well, I let me not conclude because you know what? Um, yeah, I think they are discovering prices. They are discovering prices. Yes, we saw those orders going through the current prices. You can see the market price to 12.42, and we've seen orders going in at 12.41. So yeah, it has a decent spread. Yeah, cent 1 cent. Yeah, people are. It's looking so far, even with the tiny volume that has shifted so far, but people are happy with the market. It seems they're happy with the sort of price they are getting. Yes, underlying trend is now bearish on Mara stock. Lower prices expected to keep printing up till Thursday the 20th. Then after that, it might bounce, but it's not expected that it might go beyond its 20-day moving average, 40-day moving average. That moving average is expected to serve as a primary supply line by the 23rd of December. So volatility, where do we see that coming in? It could be that may well be the case. So remember I was telling you that for every strategy there might be something there. So this extrapolation is saying that lower prices will remain in place at least up till Thursday, even up till the 21st, up till yeah, Friday the 21st. It will still be depressed, even though by then momentum is expected to begin to pick up. But so with all of this, if this turns out to be the case, yeah, there might be something for option strategists. They may begin from now to consider a couple of things: how to get in, what to do, and also all those sort of things. There's a lot to be done. For some market participants, it doesn't matter what the situation is. The sky can be falling, but there's money to be made. There will always be money to be made. There are options. They can get in there and do something. Indeed, some of them are a lot more sophisticated. They have the capital, they have the backing, they have the foundation to apply some of those strategies. If you're applying them yourself from your own funds, you may not be able to get much, or you may not even be able to meet the requirements to apply any strategy at all. So yeah, positions opened all the way back to 40 days ago are currently out of profit as things stand right now. Okay, so let's just quickly glance at it. Before we do that, before we have a look at the 4 hour chart, let's see. Projections are saying 18.17 upper projection. Okay, so the probability of it retesting 14.45 is very high. This is what we have noticed of late. A lot of stocks a lot of Bitcoin, crypto, software, and AI stocks declining of late. Their probabilities of retesting the highs of the last couple of days is very high, usually high, very higher than 50%. But and I've been saying in the midst of this high probability, you may find out that they may not even print, they may not retest those probabilities. You may find out that the probability of it retesting a 52-week high, which is let's see now is is very tiny, very tiny. For them to have been printed, you know, they were before they were printed, they were equally very tiny, but they still went ahead to do that. So it is when the market has the conviction, they move the barriers, and then they defy logic, they defy probabilities, they defy certainties, and then but in this sort of case where everybody is jittery and everybody is cautious, and the broader market, there's a sector rotation, you find out that even recent highs that were printed just a couple of hours ago, it will be a monumental task to retest them. So this high here, this peak here, this rejection here, 17.13 equally has a probability that is way more than 50%. It could even be close to 90%. But for that to happen in the midst of what's going on right now, it might be a tall order. Let's see what we have on its 4-hour chart. Okay, the 4-hour charts, yes, lower prices as well, consolidation up till the 19th, and then after that, the decline may continue. Okay, we're going to have a look at its at its options grid to see what people could be considering, maybe considering. So projections are currently saying 11.48, 12.24, 13.48. Okay, yeah, probability of it retesting 12.90 is okay. In this case, it's very, very, very tiny, very tiny. This I'm considering the moving averages here. Okay, so in this case, it's very tiny. So that moving average is less than. Oh, no, 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 it's very high. It's very high, very high. Yes, yes. The moving average is 14.04, and our target is 12.89. So just as we saw on the daily chart, high probabilities as well. But you can't. You'd be asking for too much for these things to print again. 14.46 equally high as well. Maybe around 70% of it printing again. And this one here, 14.98, yes, as well, even higher as well, probably in 90% or thereabout. So uh, positions opened all the way back to 40 hours ago, not in profits. All the way back to 800 hours ago, not in profits. So yeah, we have there's a broader market issue going on now. But before that, the stock has actually been contracting. The expansion, I think maybe the expansion that began all the way back, is it all the way back in April of this year? So the stock has actually been on a downtrend, as a matter of fact. So yeah, fundamental issues maybe not. It's just the broader sell off has been in place since for on sorry, there's been a sell off going on affecting Mara stock itself. But it's now aligning with the broader market. Broader market rotation in the AI slash crypto and software stocks on the markets. Where they're rotating into, I have no idea, but surely there is a rotation going on right now. So let's see how things go. Let's see how things go. I'll continue to update you. Thank you very much for watching this video.